What's up, everybody? How goes? God, I hate this like weird glowing thing. Can y'all hear me is the question. Doo-doo. Okay. Sorry, I was zoning out there too. Hey, everybody. Hey, Brooklyn. Hey, Nakisha. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Angel. Perfect. Hey, Mikob. Yeah, it's a little bit of an underwhelming week for sure. The only interesting thing really is Michael confronting Nina, and even that was like kind of lackluster, honestly. But yeah, how's everybody doing so far? Just an update on the weather here. It is currently -8. We're in full-blown winter. There's a city like 3 hours away from us. It's like 25 centimeters of snow, which is a little bit scary. We had 15 when it snowed here on the Monday or the Sunday night. So we are in winter. I think I mentioned before, it always happens just before Halloween. Except for last year, but that was like a weird year in general for weather here. But yeah, welcome to GHMV Reacts, guys. We're just really reacting to what happened today. We're not watching like, classic videos or anything this week. How much does prescription eyeglasses cost in Canada? Is it bad that I don't know? I've got 20/20 vision, thank God. Hopefully it stays that way. Because my mom does wear glasses, but my dad doesn't. So it could go either way for me. Hey, Laura. There's a lockdown? Hold on. What's going on? Hey, Albert. What's going on, Laura? What am I missing? I've kind of been in a bubble this evening, so what news? He said, I should have known that Michael would try to use this to his advantage. I mean, honestly, I feel like I saw this coming. I figured that he wasn't just going to go and tell everyone. I figured that he was going to try to use it as a piece to get Nina away from Willow for good. So I'm not that surprised by his ultimatum. I kind of wish Nina would just put her money where her mouth is, and just freaking tell the truth. Just own it, girl. In the state of Maine. Okay, but I need details. Like, what kind of lockdown? Like, what's the situation? What lockdown? Oh, Angel, you said my insurance plan thinks it's okay to give $700 allowance for frames, but only wants to pay for single vision lenses. Whoa, that's wild. But yeah, I'm sorry, I can't speak to really much about glasses. I don't know a whole lot. So there was a shooting or something, Laura? Like there's a shooting at a bar, or? Crazy. Let me Google. Oh, shooting in Maine tonight. Oh, okay, so the area that you're in is locked down. That's scary. Oh, that's wild, guys. I'm so sorry you're going through that, Laura. Oh man. Well, hopefully I can distract you with this live stream. It's not, you know, not an exciting one, unfortunately. But yeah, I thought we'd really discuss Michael and Nina, and I want to hear your thoughts, and I'll give mine as well. Long story short, if you guys didn't know, if you haven't been keeping up with GH, Michael found out that Nina was the one who went to the SEC about Carly and Drew. And he confronted her today. He went to Sunny first. And I think he was kind of just assessing the situation. Sunny, of course, was talking about how happy he is with Nina. It's the happiest he's ever been, blah, blah, blah. And Michael's just there cringing and being like, and I guess, you know, he sees that his dad is happy and he doesn't really want to ruin his dad's happiness, but at the same time, he doesn't want Willow anywhere near her. So, I don't know. Laura, you said, yeah, it was Maltese site in Lewiston, and I live near the bar. My old boss works the distribution center, and they went to Lisbon, and they're mucking it all up. Yikes. Angel, you said Nina doesn't even know how to own up to her crap, just like Carly sometimes. Yes, I think she finally stood up for herself. I don't think she did. I mean, not any more than she has in the past. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have we heard her been like, well, Carly did this and Carly did that. It's the same song, different verse. Like, it's, I don't know. But yeah, I would really like to see Nina just be like, you know what? Fine. If I'm not Team Nina, but at this point, like, you have a choice. Either Michael's gonna hold your life in his hands, and you're gonna have to keep another secret, and Michael's gonna have to keep a secret from Willow, and which, again, this is why I'm not a Miller fan, because he hides shit from her all the time, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't make her privy to anything, and that frustrates me. I don't know how people enjoy them as a couple, but yeah, I mean, I would just like to see Nina be like, you know what, if this is how it's gonna be, then I might as well just confess myself and let the cards fall where they lie, to take the power away from Michael, just because I don't like Michael either, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just tell the damn truth and set yourself free. But yeah, like, personally, I think that Nina is just going to do exactly what Michael says, keep her distance, and Will is going to catch on to that and then wonder what's going on. Also, I think that she'll probably give Carly back her end of the Metro Court. You know what I mean? Like, as a gift. I don't know. It's just annoying to see. And then hopefully, you know, we still got Ned out there. At some point, he's going to get his memories back, and maybe he'll just be the one to tell everyone. You know what I mean? Okay, what are y'all saying, though? People gather are kind of scary because it's all wooded trails. Yikes. Angelisa, doesn't anyone think Michael is being a little too controlling when it comes to Willow? Yes, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Like, he just controls her life. And how she doesn't see it and doesn't get mad when he's keeping secrets from her and stuff. I don't know. It's frustrating. I want Willow to dump his ass. Find a better man, girl. I'm trying to make Michael like AJ. Ugh. I enjoy AJ more than I enjoy Michael. I'm sorry. Oh, man. The whole country is locked down because it's gone through like 4 towns. Jeez. Nathan, you said, not only that, but don't forget the other secret when it comes to Charlotte. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because Sunny's close to Anna, too. You right. Carly doesn't need the Metricord anymore. She's behind that. You know, you're right, but how many times have we heard Carly say that I'm gonna get everything back that I lost? Like, she wants the Metricord back. Like, she doesn't need it, but she wants it back. Basically, just to spite Nina. They really wild in Maine. 4 towns. Jeez. Sunny Ho's gotta be married. So unbelievable at this point. Yeah. Just like Britt talking about how many Mrs. Corinthuses have there been. How many has he seen realistically, though? Like, Brick has only been around, like, the last, what? 7 years, maybe? And it's all been Carly. I'm like, maybe Kate? Maybe? But who else? Am I forgetting someone? Like, oh, Lord. What else are you guys saying? They could have done the Eddie Main stuff without the amnesia. Not entertained. I'm just annoyed and lazy writing. Yeah, I agree, but it's just that's the cards that we're dealt with, you know? Like, they can give him back his damn memories at this point. Although, I mean, obviously, I think when he gets his memories back, then Lois will leave. Like, that's what I'm worried about. And I don't want her to leave. She can stay around as long as she likes. No, she can stay as long as I like. She can stay until she's ready to retire from acting. Or if she gets a better offer, then that's fair. Alright, yeah, she's beyond the Metricord. Carly needs to be on Sunny. Yeah, Carly wants her Metricord. She does for sure want the Metricord. She's trying to make it like he's been around 25 years. Yeah, it's wild. Like, they want us to believe that Brick's been like this thing forever, but really he hasn't. I just can't get over it. Like, I know he's like a sports announcer guy, and he was just a fan of the show, and they were just like, okay, come on. Like, literally probably a parking lot hire, just like Peter August. Maybe the character Brick has probably been in Sunny's organization for the longest, and we are finally seeing the character for the past 7 years. I guess so. Yeah, they didn't really specify how long he had been with Sunny when he first came on, so they just make him sound really important when I feel like Spinelli used to do all this stuff for him, though. You know what I mean? Willow has Perfect Man. His name. Yeah, she did have a Perfect Man in Chase, and then she ruined that for Michael. Cheated on his ass and everything after he was like thought to be dying, and then stuck around with him. And the worst part is Chase forgave her. I'm like, what are you doing? But yeah, I loved Chillo, and then the stuff with Michael happened, and I wasn't here for it. But you know, Chase has Brooklyn now, so I guess it's fine. We heard him singing again yesterday, folks. It's all right. Chase's singing is mediocre at best. Let's be real. It's not awful. Well, it's not great. Brick is entertaining to watch. Popular sports reporter in the States. Yeah, I don't watch sports that much, but I do see him every now and then when I'm flipping channels, like talking about sports. So I know he's like a big name in it. I just not much of a sports guy personally. It's kind of like a low budget musical. Listen, I love me a musical, but it's not like that. But man, it was just funny hearing like the sound of his, I don't know, this is me getting technical again because I'm a nerd, but like you could just tell how poorly lip synced it was, and like this is supposed to be Chase in like a living room. They could have made it sound a bit more realistic. It sounded like he had a mic with reverb on. And we've heard Ned sing in there, so we know the difference. It's just that Wally will sing live almost always in that kind of situation, but not Josh. He's a studio singer. Love the scenes of Brooklyn stepping on her mom's toes when she tried to mention Tracy, though. It's funny, like, this is, at least for me, this is honestly how I've pictured what Brooklyn and Lois's relationship are like when it's off screen and Brooklyn's living in Bensonhurst, you know what I mean? This is how I've always kind of envisioned their back and forth. So it's nice to see it on screen. Yeah, big basketball reporter, and he likes GH. Yeah. And that's literally just why I hired him. Chilla was cute, but as soon as Michael saw Willow, I knew he would end up with Willow eventually. Yeah, I mean, I knew that too. Like, I really hoped that it wouldn't. But yeah, the writing was on the wall from the get-go. And I just remember thinking, like, they don't really have chemistry compared to Willow and Chase. But yeah, I feel like Chase treated her like a queen and Michael treats her like an arm piece. You know what I mean? Like, I have this gorgeous girl with me and whatever, but she does exactly what I tell her to. And and dude tries to control her life, not even in just the Nina aspect, but like making her not want to go, or like trying to convince her not to go to work again, and like, I don't know. I get it, like, he does love her, I think, genuinely. And he's just worried about her health, but at the same time, like, if doctors are saying she's good to go, then, you know, let it go, Michael. But yeah, okay, enough about what I think about the Michael and Nina. What do you guys think? Like, what is your take on the Michael and Nina stuff? Because are you team Michael in this situation? Do you want him to stronghold Nina and, you know, force her to dictate, or, you know, force her to keep her distance from Willow and all that? Or are you team Nina in the sense that you just want her to not bow down to Michael? Like, what? Because, you know, these, at least for me, these are two very unlikable characters. And yet I'm still team Nina on this one, because I just can't stand on Michael that much. And also, like, if they're gonna make her continue this path of just being so bitter against Carly and stuff, then let her go full villain, you know? Let Sunny see the real her, and just go from there. Whatever happens at that point. What are y'all saying, though? Never met them on a sequel? A secret what? Sorry. Tracy said Sasha stays. Oh, that's true. Overprotective with her wanting to return back to work. What about Benson? So, do you mean Nell? Angie said, I don't care about Nina, so I don't care about her to be tormented. She was wrong for lying to these people about the dad being... Yeah, but like storyline wise, like where would you rather see this go? Like, do you want to see Michael just stronghold her and her just like floundering, or do you want to see, like, I feel like it would just be more interesting, because it's been dragged out for so long already, to just have Nina be like, you know what? No, what's done is done. The secret's out. I might as well tell everyone before you do. Because realistically, like, Michael could tell anyone whenever he wants to. Like, yeah, the benefit is Nina stays away from Willow, right? But at the same time, like, I think even Michael knows that if Willow learned what Nina did to Carly, she wouldn't want anything to do with her anyway. So this just seems stupid to me. The only thing that makes sense of this story is trying to force her to give Carly back the Metro Court. And like for me, like it at least judging by the look on her face at the end of today's episode, I feel like she might be willing to do it. Because she's that desperate to be in Sunny's good graces. Because even she knows that, like, even if Sunny were to eventually forgive her, he's not going to like that, what she did to Carly. You know, she almost threw Carly in jail. And Willow's not going to like that because, you know, Nina promised she wouldn't meddle with Carly. Granted, she had already turned Carly into the SEC when she made that promise. But... you know, and like Willow's dreams about Harmony, trying to warn her of a person, like she's gonna be like, my mother that raised me, but like put me in a cult, was right about you. She was trying to warn me about you in my dreams. She tried, blah blah blah. I don't know. Meet Arachnina. Oh my god, Angel. Meek, you said, I can't stand Michael. I've grown to dislike the character so much. I haven't liked him since Drew Garrett played him, you know? This Michael has never been it for me. I wish Nina would confess to Willow and find out that Michael blackmailed her and Willow gets upset with Michael. That would be an interesting twist, but so here's the thing. I think that, let's say the story went that route. If Nina told Willow the truth, Willow will want nothing to do with Nina, but she'll be pretty pissed at Michael too. I don't think she'd leave him over it, but I think that she'd put him on notice. If you keep me in the dark about something as big as this, we can't work as a couple. Like, I need her to grow a pair and stand up to Michael, because she's been sort of like... like I said, it's not the first time that she's kept something from him, and she's just been okay with it in the past. Or he kept something from her, sorry. How did Michael escape from being accused of insider trading? Nina just mentioned Carly and Drew, because all three of them did the scrap. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, how did Michael get away with that? Good point. I think it's because Michael... I mean, Drew owns the company, right? Drew owns Aurora. And Michael is like... second banana? I don't know, though. Oh, no, I think... Okay. It's because Drew is the one that told Carly about the information, I think, about... the plan to merge. So it really is those two, and she did it, yes, for Michael because that's her son, but at the end of the day, it's not Michael who told her that information. It was Drew. So maybe that's why? What else are y'all saying? Who's baby Naomi? I'm ready for some Lois and Sunny scenes. Me too, Mikob. I don't know why they're keeping her away. Whenever Sunny's like alone somewhere, or like, you know, when they're in the same episode, I'm like, this is it. We're gonna see them together, and we still haven't yet. That's the one reunion that we haven't seen. Like, surely Brooklyn has told her that Lois is in town. Told him, sorry. Because it just seems so bizarre to me. Angel, you said, personally, I think insider trading is a stupid thing to put someone in jail for. I don't see how that hurts anyone. I think it's a legal fairness sort of thing. Like, again, I'm no expert in criminology and things like that. I just feel like it's probably very seldom that someone will actually serve time for insider trading, because usually they're rich and money talks. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they'd be fine big and maybe do community service and whatever and lose a chunk of money or something. But this particular situation is even dumber, because like the thing that Carly knew about that she invested in didn't work out. He never merged with Aurora. He lost that whole situation. Carly was out almost her entire money to begin with, her bank account. So like, and nothing came to fruition. So like, it shouldn't matter really. Yeah, Drew and Michael were merging Aurora and ELQ. Yeah, but it was Drew that told Carly that information, not Michael. So I think that's why only those two kind of went, or got in trouble for it. Because Lois and Sunny got great chemistry together. Yeah, they do. And like, we haven't seen their friendship in like 25 years. And I don't think, like, I was watching when we had the recast Lois, and maybe it's just because she was on so very little, but I don't remember them interacting at all. Like, we only had that Lois for a little bit. I remember she had a bit of a thing with Alcazar. But yeah, I don't know. Not that it would have been the same anyway with that Sunny and Lois, but yeah. I mean, Brooklyn keeps talking about how close the Sorellos are to Sunny, and so it's just bizarre that they're not utilizing that. Also, like, I was kind of hoping that we'd see more with Olivia and Lois, and maybe even seeing Dante with Lois, because these are the relationships that we've always just heard about, and they have the opportunity to finally show it on the screen. And I think it would just be cute to see like the Bensonhurst crew all hanging out together. Like, put Sunny, Brooklyn, Lois, Olivia in a room together and just have them hang out. Like, Lord, like this, and it needs to happen now, because, as soon as we get the other writers back, we're not going to see these characters doing realistic things anymore. The reality of the situation. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's not really brought up that much, Kaiwan. I didn't know though. Like, it's a corporate thing, and that world is beyond me. So, who is running Cassadine Industries? Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, now that they know Nicholas is alive, then like surely he is. But I'm sure he has people running it for him anyway. Them CEOs, they make all the money, but they don't do anything. Alright, you said I would love it if Spencer wanted to step up. Yeah, Spencer should like look into taking that on, but I guess he technically can't because he knows his father is alive. Angel, you said I don't see what Carly did as bad. Like I said before, I didn't feel like Martha Stewart should have went to jail for the... Oh, was it insider trading that she went to jail for? I didn't know. It's been so long since I remember her going to jail. I just didn't know what it was for. I was pretty young when she did. Well, not young, but I don't know. I just don't care much about Martha Stewart. I just found it funny that somehow through it all she formed a relationship with Snoop. Well, I'm glad you're here for the stream, Ruth. Miki said, if someone gets an inside scoop about some stock, it is about to go belly up, and you want to pull your money out, but no one else gets the same chance, that's illegal. That's fair. Okay, that makes sense to me. But also, like she didn't get a chance to, so she sure paid for knowing knowing and assuming it would work out. Oh man. But yeah, anyway though, I just I don't know. I just this whole storyline from the start has been so stupid. I just want it to be over. Let Nina just own her shit and confess to Sunny and confess to Willow to put her in a room with all of them. Put her in a room with everyone. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, and this is me sort of like rolling my eyes at Michael. Michael saying it's Nina's fault that Drew's in prison. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Drew sent himself to prison to protect Carly. And Carly could have easily taken the blame and went to jail herself. And she chose not to. So Carly probably would have fared better in jail than Drew. You know what I mean? And yeah, and not to say that Nina shouldn't feel guilty for Drew almost getting beaten to death. But like, you know, at the end of the day, she's not the reason why he's in there. The reason why he's in there is because he wanted to take the blame for something Carly did. You know what I mean? So that's on him. It's his own damn fault. Carly was willing to go to jail. And he basically had to beg her to let him do this for her. Spencer can still learn business so he can work for Cast Iron Industries like Michael did. Michael became CEO really quickly after graduating. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was practically handed the keys to the castle. But yeah, I don't know. I hope the storyline gets more interesting. Like, I'm not here for this being dragged out with Michael blackmailing Nina for God knows how long. I'm just hoping that Ned gets his memories back fast and he just decides to go and tell Sunny. Because I feel like if Ned gets his memories back, he's still going to remember everything he did while he was Eddie Main. And so I think he'll probably take that into consideration. That Sunny treated him well. You know, he gave him a place to stay when he felt lost, and he got him back into the studio. And I think that when Ned does get his memories back, I think maybe he'll want to kind of change his life a bit and maybe go into singing again because he found the passion for it again under this thing. Kind of like, you know, Sunny changed a bit when he got his memories back. So, I don't know. I feel like that's the only way I can see this playing out quickly. If they give his memories back, Ned's going to be like, oh man, Sunny was good to me. I have to tell him the truth about Nina because clearly he's going to think that no one else knows. Right? So, although he could technically go to Michael first, assuming that Michael doesn't know. But, I don't know. There's a few routes they can take with this. Now the old writers are back. We are back to dragging out stories. But I don't think we're seeing the old writers' stuff yet. I don't think we will for at least another couple more weeks. I think they did that, the other main storyline, because of what's happening on Days of Our Lives with the actor. So it had to be on Days of Our Lives more that weekend. Hard to say, because doesn't Days shoot like really far ahead? Is that still a thing? I know that now that they're streaming, it might be a different situation. But it's my understanding that their stuff is like 6 months ahead. So like during the strike, they weren't even fazed by it because they had so much, you know, shot ahead. I'm ready to find out Esme's baby isn't a Cassadine. That'd be interesting. Yeah, we're not seeing their old writer stuff. It should be, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's still a few weeks before we see them kind of get back in, and even then it'll be a transitional period where it'll be probably a mixture of both. Like kind of just so it flows together, and then fully the other writers again. They were only 2 weeks ahead on GH when the strike ended. Yeah, but they still have to write stuff. Like, you know, they're not just gonna, you know, they can get back to work, but at the end of the day, it takes time to write a script. And then, you know, they had to try to get back into probably what they originally had planned, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna take time for the writers to write, and then the writers are gonna then give it to the actors to study for the week or whatever it is, and then it's gonna be acted out, and then from that point, there's still gonna be like 2 weeks after that. So there, you know, we got some time left, but not terrible a lot of time, but like we got some time left. And yes, Duel still takes 6 to 8 months, or tapes 6 to 8 months ahead. That makes sense. I think GH is like 4 to 6 weeks in advance, about a month and a half. From what I heard, they shifted gears immediately. Well, whether they did or not, like, it's still like there's still just, you know, it's been what, 2 weeks since the writer's strike finished. Like, they still have to write the scripts and catch up. You know what I mean? I still remember the scene where Ned was running near the pool wearing those church shoes and fell into that pool and hit his head. He was trying to tell it was Nina then. Yeah, who else was in that room though? Because I'm blanking. Like, was it Michael that was in there? Like, who did Ned run to? Now I'm curious. I'm up here YouTubing it. I'll have to mute it, and I can't show you guys because, you know, it's new material if it is on there. But I just can't remember who was all there. Okay. Oh, Drew was there. Maybe he was gonna tell Drew? Tracy was there as well. Okay, yeah, and then Olivia and Brooklyn and Chase showed up. You know what I forgot about though? Because Chase, I think Chase saw Nina, right? Chase saw Nina in there. Because he looked over the footage and saw her, right? So, and nothing came of that. Lord. If y'all ever come to Albert's Lives, Nathaniel Gray sometimes gives behind-the-scenes details. I do from time to time. I have seen when he's talked to him in the past. But yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I'm not a Mason fan. You know what I mean? I'm sure the actor is great. Like, a great personality and everything. I just, you know, I don't care for the character. That's where I get my info from. He's a pretty cool guy. Mason is horrible, and they no chemistry. What do you mean? Oh, like who doesn't have no chemistry? I'm confused. I'm tired of Mason and his lollipops. I feel like they just like. Has he always had a lollipop, or did that come like more recent, and then they were just giving that as a giveaway for when Ava goes missing? Like, I know it's been a little while, but I feel like it was just strictly for that plot point. I don't know, but yeah, Mason to me seems like such a caricature. Like, not even like, you know, I don't know, not even a realistic character. Just a, what's the word I'm looking for? Besides caricature. It's almost like he's a spoof of a villain. I'm still not convinced that Austin and Mason are actually cousins. I feel like they weren't, and then they were just like, yeah, we might as well make them cousins. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. They were just like they I feel like they cared that little about Austin that they were just like, yeah, just make him his cousin. It's fine. We got to give him something to do. We got Roger on contract here. Like, that's what this whole situation has felt like the whole time. It's just, I don't know, for Austin, it's just another situation where like, they want Roger, but they have no idea what to do with the characters that he plays, and it just doesn't work, and so they just throw whatever sticks and hope it works. Just like they did with Franco. We had to see like 18 different rewrites before they found some kind of stride, and even then, I never caught on to him. And in Austin, it's the same. What did they do? They put him with Maxie first, tried to make him a good guy, and they made him a shady guy. And then all of a sudden he's a mob guy, and then they put him with Ava. Like, it's just, I don't know. They are all over the place. All over the place. And so that whole aspect of the story I just don't care about. The lollipop started when Mason threatened Georgie, back when Maxie and Austin were dating. Oh, geez, that long ago? Mason is that shady cousin you have that everyone in the family has to keep quiet of what they actually do for a living. As far as I know, I don't have any cousins like that in my family. They're just keeping Roger for no reason, all because he's Frank Valentini's friend. Same with Emmy, even though for his character he's getting wasted too. Yeah, that's what I've always found like the most frustrating thing about Frank Valentini is that he clearly has his friends in his pocket and he's willing to do whatever for them, even if the show suffers for it. It's like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's so insulting to put Elizabeth with a guy that used rape as a weapon. You know what I mean? So like, I know that Frizz had their fan base, but it sickened me to see them together always. And like the ways that they would just brush that under the rug and try to like forget about it. I was shocked when they killed him, but I was also relieved when they killed Franco. And honestly, like, even the initial decision to even make him Franco in the first place, that was the dumbest thing. Nobody wanted to see Franco ever again. Nobody. Franco had his trilogy back in the day when James was playing him, and everyone would have been fine if they had never seen him again. They could have done anything with Roger at that point. And they did that. And then, they had a new fresh start where they could make Roger anything that they wanted him to be again. And look what we got. It's just not working out. Give him to someone that can write for him. Because it's not these guys. don't know. I think maybe the reality is with we've gone way off topic here, but whatever. We're just hanging out. But I think the reality with Roger is he was so notoriously known as Todd, and he was so good at that role. And I think people just kind of assumed that Roger was talented enough to carry that within any character. And yet, you know, neither character that they've made him be since then really worked out. Nobody got that kind of cousin, just me. I'm not saying nobody does. I don't. That's all I'm saying. The crazy part of that story is that Rebecca wanted that pairing for Liz and Franco. Yeah, because she knew it would give her screen time. Roger is a pet on, you know, like Roger is a pet of Frank's, so you know, more a couple for her with a guy like Roger who's friends with Frank means, you know, she's gonna get some airtime. Unfortunately, as a fan of, you know, Elizabeth, she was literally just his prop, you know? Like the biggest piss off for me, aside from obviously putting Franco and Liz together in the first place, was that they basically rehash her most iconic story in releasing her rapist from jail and her having to deal with him being back in society, and they made the entire thing about Franco. We barely seen Elizabeth's point of view through any of it, and that was the this is BS moment for me, because it was clear that like, oh yeah, sure, they're giving Becky screen time, but they don't care about the character. Wonder why Martin didn't give Nina a heads up. I don't know. I mean, obviously there was that moment a couple of days ago or a day or two ago where he thought that she knew. But yeah, I think maybe Martin didn't want to give Nina the heads up because he thought that Michael would come for him. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, they really did make it all about Franco. He said, I remember when Carly and Franco were together briefly around 2012. Yeah, that pissed me off too. Carly being with the man that got her son raped in prison. That was messed up. All because they thought, well, you know, people liked Carly and Todd together. Surely they'll like Carly and Franco together. And boy, did that fail miserably. Yeah, Liz got some poop stories over the years, or she just glorified extra. Becky deserves better, yeah. She really does. I think, I don't know. I think that I don't know if it's just that they're better now. I like that they've made her the head nurse. I think that was well deserved. Although, again, I think that like someone like Felix could have stepped in Epiphany's place if they were wanting to go like that no-nonsense nurse. I think that Felix could have pulled it off, but like legacy-wise, it makes sense for her to be the head nurse. And then Liz and Finn. For me, it's like it's fine. I don't love the couple. They're okay together. But they need to make them fun, you know. Like, surely there's a way to make Elizabeth be enjoyable to watch. I like that they kind of at least acknowledged the, you know, her past and her parents, and finally brought that to the forefront. But then they had to ruin it by still somehow managing to rope Finn and his ex-wife into Elizabeth's past. I just... Like, that pissed me off. I was like, man, we have the story. This storyline could have been great. And it didn't even have to be about Finn at all. They could have made it any random, no-name couple that, you know, Liz's dad had an affair with the wife. It could have been anyone's ex-wife, but they made it Finn's. Like, that just made me mad, too. The Franco character had no business being on the show like that. Yeah, exactly. Would love to see Jonathan Jackson come for a visit. You know, I was just watching a scene with him in it the other day, and I was like, you know, I really miss Lucky too. And Jonathan Jackson is, you know, one of the best actors GH has had. And we also got to see him grow up on the show. So, you know, him ever coming back would be such a win for me. At the same time, it would be so weird to not have Lucky with Liz. But you know, they got pretty toxic at the end there, so like, oh, maybe it could work. I actually really liked Lucky and Siobhan. I know people didn't like Siobhan, but like initially I thought that they were really likable. They were giving me like throwback vibes to like the OG sort of formula to super couples, in that they, you know, they met on this crazy big adventure outside of Port Charles, and, you know, had to deal with this whole thing, and, you know, fell in love. It was very much like, not that I'm comparing them to Luke and Laura, but just, you know, it was the first time that they've put Lucky in a situation that was very similar to what his father went through with Laura. Because, you know, they one thing that the writers over the years, various writers, have done was really separate Lucky and made him his own person, and not really tried to make him the next Luke. But I feel like had they done that maybe earlier, then he would have been a much more successful character in the adult years. Because, you know, we had Greg Vaughn for a long time, and I really liked Greg Vaughn too, but they made Lucky quite a chump under when he was playing him. And then he kind of got his brain back when Lucky came back. And then they sort of started playing with the adventure vibes with him when he came back. So, I don't know. It made Liz a killer. Well, I mean, like, it would have been forgivable because it's not like she did it on purpose. Well, I mean, technically, Liz didn't really kill Finn's wife. She ended up in the hospital and then getting some kind of disease as a result. But the disease part wasn't her fault, you know what I mean? Oh, you like Siobhan too? I'm glad I'm not the only one. I really did enjoy them. I was sad when they killed her off. And I also hated that they kind of made her unlikable towards the end. Because they made her kind of a jealous shrew towards Elizabeth. And I'm like, Siobhan to me, at least initially, seemed like a tough chick who wouldn't be fazed by a jealous ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean? Greg Von Lucky was hot, but couldn't shoot worth a dang thing. Yeah, Greg is gorgeous. And, you know, that's, you know, and putting him with Kelly Monaco, oh my god, they were fire. But, like, can you picture Jonathan Jackson's Lucky with Sam? I can't. Like, it was like watching two different characters. But actually, like, to that end, like, Lucky did become more interesting with Sam. You know, like, they were going on capers together, you know, she was doing undercover stuff and getting in danger, and he was rescuing her. Like, they had a good thing going, and they were making Lucky pretty likable. And then for some reason they were like, you know what? Let's just swap the couples back, put Lucky back with Liz, and put Sam back with Jason. But Sam and Jason in 2009 was great. So I like, I just let it go. And then we got Jonathan Jackson back that same year anyway. So it was fine. I didn't know she was on YNR, but I liked Siobhan. She was likable to me. I liked when she was telling like Lucky's kids stories, and she was very charming, and I liked seeing her interact with like the quartermaids and just kind of vibing in America, and like, I don't know, I liked her. I really liked her. They made her really likable at first to me. And I liked hearing Jonathan do the Irish accent too. But alright, y'all. I don't know if we want to finish it, like, there's not much left to talk about. We pretty much just been hanging out. We talked about Michael and Nina, and there's not much more to say on that matter. But, I don't know. Just to wrap things up, I hope that they can salvage the storyline and make it interesting. I do not want to see months and months of Michael blackmailing Nina and like, moments of Michael and Willow and Nina in the same room where there's tension and Willow just overlooks it all. Like, part of me is really hoping, since we are still kind of seeing the scab writers, that they just get right to the point. Have Willow pick up on it and question it, and then just go from there. But yeah, we'll see where the storyline goes tomorrow, and Friday, I'm sure. Hopefully, I don't know. I just need the story to move. I need it to move. I don't need it to like be like, this person finds out, and then we're gonna sit here for months until it comes out some other way. I don't want to go through that. We just went through that with Ned. Like, you know, that's all I have to say on that matter. They're gonna drag the fuck out of it, child. Yeah, I know, but let me just be hopeful for like a moment, Jake. Please. Oh Lord. I don't know. I just I want to hope that they can salvage this mess and not drag it out, because they've, to GH's credit, they, you know, there's been a lot of times where I thought things would get dragged out over the last couple of years, even with the old writers, where things came out right away. So I don't know. I'm hoping to be surprised and that they just get right to the point. And I'm hoping that the GH writers took note on what the scab writers did successfully and what people responded to. Though it's hard to, you know, gather. Like, I can only really base this on what we feel in this stream and what I see on message boards. And, you know, the message boards kind of say similar things to us in the sense that they like, you know, these realistic conversations and stuff. But we're just a very small portion of you know, an audience that maybe GH doesn't even pay attention to. Hard to say. But yeah, guys, I think we'll end the stream here. It's been about an hour now. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will be live streaming Sunday for General Hospital After Show. We'll talk about the week. Hopefully these next 2 episodes are more interesting than what we've seen. Oh no. I'm trying to stay hopeful, y'all. It just feels like the sun is setting on a decent era for GH. And it happened during a writer's strike, which speaks volumes. But yeah, good night, y'all. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on Sunday. Peace out. Mwah. Ooh, and the music ended